who, what, and where. Trying to choose a captain.
So, Ava will request that the entire group meets her in the hangar bay. Um, Upon arrival, they will see her standing with several chairs all sitting there that she has scavenged from across the base.
We're
Uh,
gonna pick a captain by playing a game.
Musical chairs,
she
maybe?
she will be sitting there or standing there, adjusting her glasses, holding a journal labeled "New Journal," um, and she will start once everyone's there is by saying, "So it's come to my attention that we are to select that people wish to have a captain, and this makes a lot of sense as the group does need leadership." And she'll like clear her throat and adjust her glasses. Leadership is defined by a process by which a person influences others to accomplish an objective and directs the organization in a way that makes it more coherent and cohesive. I think that last part is what we really need to focus on. And what I really wanted to talk about was each of the people in this group and what they stand for, at least in my opinion, and some of the accomplishments that they've done. She'll point to Peaches. With Peaches is by far the bastion of the team.
Kavina raises her hand.
Yes, Kavina, what's up?
Just wondering how long you plan to teach us for?
Oh, not long. Please just humor me for a few minutes.
Oh, okay, sure, certainly.
Hey, it's admiration.
Anyway, Peaches is the bastion of this team. She is constantly meeting the threats head on. She stood valiantly against every single foe we faced, right in the face of danger. And her skills have prevented catastrophe multiple times as far as our ships have been concerned. She'll move forward. Kavina has been a symbol for this group. She has literally inspired greatness in all of us through her actions and moves. She's also quite the crack shot with the gun and has literal flexibility both in her agility and in her moving or different weapons that she uses. She is a symbol for all of us. Rix supports the team and puts everyone before himself. He is constantly using his time to assist us in his downtime and make and in combat he always cares about others more than himself. He doesn't care about glory, he just cares about getting the job done. Cornelius is the consummate diplomat. He's the speaker for our party often, and his spells have shifted the balance numerous times in the course of our battles. He is by far the face of the group and always seems to have the right words to say at the right times.
Hey Rick, who is she talking about?
I don't know.
Okay.
And then
She's talking
lastly,
about you, buddy.
lastly, there's Pansy, who, as much as I can't believe I'm saying this, literally has blinked into existence to save people's lives, myself included. Uh, I He's just always there helping. I don't always agree with what he says, but his actions speak louder than words. Anyway, I know we're not going to probably pick anything at this time, but I just wanted to go over the strengths of everyone so that it's on everyone's minds, forefronts of their minds. Anyway, I know I took everyone's time here, so I just wanted to do that.
Oh, okay.
I guess.
I noticed you didn't talk about yourself any there, Ava.
Oh, don't worry about that.
Slow clap.
Yep. I had to go with what you would do.
All right. You want to call it there? Does anyone have anything else?
Yeah,
Okay. Then we will move on to Kuvina. Who, what, and where?
So it's obviously going to be following up that speech by Ava. I think we should get Cornelius in on this, and let's go with Cornelius and Pansy. This should be an interesting set of,
You asked
What-
for it.
set of conversation. And yeah, I think it will be a bit after Ava's talk, just finding them wherever they are. And Karina will say to Pansy, Ava had some nice things to say about you, Pansy. That was a bit surprising. What's your opinion on who should be captain? I've heard a couple of suggestions.
Yeah, I think it's nice that people are finally starting to realize that I'm probably the sole reason everyone's still alive. It's pretty sweet and all, but all things considered, I think Peaches is kind of like clearly the go-to in the captaining world because I'm not the most trusting of Bugman, but yeah, everyone here is really sketchy, like super de duper. I mean, I'm not clearly, but yeah, everyone is super sketchy except for Peaches.
What about you, Cornelius? What do you think?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cornelius, why are you so sketchy?
Yeah, first off, why do you say I'm a sketchy?
Well, mostly because you don't seem to remember what we talked about 5 minutes previously, and I don't know if that's for realsies or if that's some like super sneaky plan. Because if it is a super sneaky plan, you suddenly get way more of my respect, and maybe you be the captain.
Well, I wish it was.
I feel like he. Okay. I'm not in this scene.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't think that's. First of all, it's kind of shitty. to say that. But anyway, to answer your question, Kabina, I don't know. I think you would do a really good job. He kind of puts himself almost between Pansy and you, and says, like with his back to Pansy, he's like, I think there's a couple really good candidates. I think there's also like a really bad candidate too. And he just kind of like obviously nods over his shoulder. But I think you would do a great job, really. I think you're very level-headed, and I think everybody has their positives, just as Ava pointed out. But I really think that when it comes down to some, when things are really going out of control, I think, and some people need a little direction. I'll admit, sometimes I need a little direction, and
Sometimes.
I'd rather have that coming from you than other people. And he kind of nods back over his shoulder again.
I can understand where you might feel that way, Cornelius.
Yeah.
Some of the things that Pansy has said are perhaps not the fairest.
Exactly. Well, how about you? Who do you think should be the captain?
Certainly not myself. Peaches is a fine suggestion. Rix, I think, would be quite good as well. You are our charismatic leader, of course.
Yeah. Kind of fixes his collar. He's like, "Well, thank you," but I don't know. I get a little flustered sometimes, like when there's like shooting and all kinds of stuff going on. I don't. Those are the times I don't know if I would. I would definitely not put myself in that chair.
That is understandable, but just because you're not captain or will not be captain doesn't mean you can't talk for us.
That's true. I appreciate that. I really do enjoy it. I like talking with this group. They're good group of people mostly. Nods back over his shoulder again.
So,
That seems like a good place to call out.
Okay, great. All right, Cornelius, who is in your scene?
Let's see. Since I came from, I think I'm going to kind of keep it in the same timeline and take Rick and Peach, and yeah, just Rick and Peach. And
Hated rivals.
my hated rivals. They are hated among each other. All three of us hate each other. So I think let's see. Then we'll probably let's just find a maybe catch you guys like somewhere. Say, hey, can I have a quick word with you guys?
Of course, buddy.
Sure.
So I just had a little
Do you
conversation.
need us to get something off the top shelf for you?
That's a good one. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. That's,
great ass.
it's because I'm little. So I get it. Well, no, not now. I'm okay. But I was, Ava got me thinking about the whole captain thing, and then I was just talking to Kuvina and Pansy about the same thing, and I'm a little conflicted right now, and I trust both of you guys. So I was wondering, like, if it comes to a vote, who do you guys think should be the captain? I'm kind of, I don't know. He's gonna
Well, we talked about this a little bit earlier, and I think Rix and I we're voting for Covina.
Well, I mean, in the event that it comes to a vote, I think every person's vote should be respected, and that you should vote with your conscience and not just follow what me or Peaches say.
Oh, that's fair. I get that. Well, what I was really coming also to ask you guys was, does it have to be one person? Does the captain have to just be the captain?
Well, I mean, I think we're kind of having the issue now that you got a lot of people doing a lot of different things, and that can put us all in jeopardy if we're not all following the same direction.
Makes sense. That's very true.
The captain isn't the most important member of a team or the one who should be looked to for everything. The best leader is one who understands the other strengths around them and is decisive enough and smart enough to employ them to where they have the most effect. Which typically means that in order to be decisive like that, you kind of have to remove all those other barriers to making choices. So it does need to be one person for that reason.
Yes, that makes perfect.
I just feel like Covina's the most likely to get that bill, in my opinion.
I agree. She's very level-headed, but I will admit, like, we just had a conversation. She does not seem interested in that.
Interesting.
So that's something, I think we're just gonna. I don't know. I don't think we.
Is anybody like
somebody into that
interested?
Leadership is a skill, and people tend to like doing the things that they are skilled at. So if someone isn't drawn to being a leader, it doesn't necessarily mean they're a bad one, but you do want a person who is willing to give it their best and not necessarily self-sabotage. But I don't know that Kavina would do that.
I don't think so either, but for what it's worth, I just don't think she's interested.
I mean, the one thing I have to say,
I don't know if any of us are really particularly interested in why we're here at all.
Well,
yeah, we're all just trying to survive and get out of this. But I will say, sometimes I'm not entirely sure Kuvina is the group over oneself, That'll be my only concern. Like sometimes I think she might be a little more concerned with what's best for Kuvina versus everybody else. But when it comes down to it, she's always been an ally. She's always remained calm and done what we need as a group.
True.
That would be my only hesitation.
Her background, however, does lack. I don't know. It's interesting in that her, vocation is dancing, but she clearly has some mystic power shit going on. So I don't know. There's got to be more to that.
True.
Because
Well,
I wouldn't
mostly-
necessarily. Well, they say an army of deer led by a lion is more fierce than an army of lions led by a deer. And so I don't know
I'm
if
pretty interested in that deer.
I don't know if like if Kuvina lacks the decisiveness and the like violence of action necessary to make hard calls in the heat of battle, then we'll all suffer.
True.
Oh, I don't think that's the case, though.
I don't know. Again, like I said, it's kind of a mixed bag because I wouldn't pick the ribbon dancer, but then clearly she also has the ability to erupt into a nova. So
Yes.
I don't know.
Well, mostly I just wanted to make sure you wouldn't vote for Pansy, really.
Oh, of course not. Don't be
I don't
ridiculous.
think you got to worry about that.
Okay. Whew, he was really an asshole to me a little while ago. I'm just gonna say.
I mean, don't take it personal. That's just how he is.
I get it.
He'll heal you when you need it. So
I hope so. Oh, I can't think of that.
I just worry about what the long-term consequences of that healing are.
what fine print did we not read?
Yeah. What sort of melanoma am I developing?
Awesome.
And hey, what's up with you guys naming this ship Axiom, huh?
I
Whose
mean,
idea was that?
I think you were in the bathroom or something.
I don't even think one of us came up with that name. It just kind of showed up from somewhere, didn't it?
are you just
You're right.
mad 'cause it wasn't your pick?
Oh no, Ava did do that. I thought that Alec had come up with that, which I thought
No.
was just weird that it was a name from the GM. Never, but I see here Ava actually did it, so that's different. Never mind.
Okay.
Well, that's really all I had to tell you guys.
Okay, that sounds like
Cool.
scene. So Rix.
All right. So Rix is going to request everyone show up in the meeting room, where he will present everyone with pens and paper or whatever, styluses and iPads on, whatever. All right, so there's been a lot of talk lately. I think we've all come to an agreement that we need to pick someone that the rest of us, entrust our lives to when fast decisions need to be made at a moment's notice. So, obviously, just talking gets us nowhere. Eventually, we have to do something. So we are going to vote on who is going to be the captain. And again, we all agree that as part of this pact, whoever is the captain, though they are not above reproach, their word is what we will follow when lives are on the line. Does everyone understand that distinction? We're not electing a dictator to rule over us in every matter. We are electing someone to direct us when direction is needed. That person does not get special privileges or is in any other way special or better than the rest of us. But it's an important task that needs to be done. And it's important that the rest of us trust this person with our lives. Everybody agree to that?
Sure.
That makes sense.
All right. Then vote, which I guess we could do with whispers to Alec. I don't know.
You can hold the votes off for now. We'll do that after Kevin's scene. But this can be your scene.
I gotta say, I forgot there was another scene after mine.
Yeah. I figured.
Wait, wasn't Kevin first?
That was
Hey,
first.
first.
Oh, was he? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I'm playing this whole thing now. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Then just everyone type your votes in chat. Do we want to whisper them or do you want to see them?
I think we should whisper them. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, I think it
Okay.
should be secret votes
So
How
you
do
need
you-
to /W Java
or
Good.
GM.
I was
or
gonna do
GM.
it
Yeah.
on Discord, but all right.
Java space.
Yeah.
Flash. Will it do that?
/W space GM space your answer.
As soon as I typed in J,
Oh, I did it on the Roll20. You guys are talking about Discord, aren't you?
I was gonna do it in Roll20.
Yeah, I just did it over Discord.
Was that your vote, Peaches?
I just wanted to make sure it was secret.
Okay.
Oh, she did a test run.
She
Yeah. Secret secret.
did. Got everyone 3, 4, 5. Oh, and then over here. Okay. So you go through the notes one by one and read them off, and it looks like your new captain is going to be Rix with 4 of the votes.
Exactly right.
Wow.
that's what you get for calling a meeting, sir.
All right, yeah.
All right.
That's what you get for talking last.
With all that big talk about Peaches this and Peaches that, it ends up being Rix.
Rick's wanted to convene it. All right.
Okay.
Cool. Good. Glad this is settled. Back to business as usual. No need to celebrate. Thanks.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
I yield my time.
I yield the rest of my time.
Okay, so now, skipping this. So we go back to next thing.
And so now we're moving.
So we choose a player to pick the next challenge. It must be someone who has not picked one already.
So anyone not Matt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, does Matt pick the next person?
No, it says choose a player. I think you decide together. Or whatever you like.
Oh man.
Or the captain.
Leadership is a
player.
serious burden, my friend.
Or the captain chooses a player.
There we go.
Yeah, I like that idea better.
Or just roll a die.
Sure. How many of us are there?
Minus Matt.
5 now.
So you just roll a d6, re-roll a 1 or whatever.
Or you can roll a
Roll a
d5.
d5.
Oh, that's
This
right.
is the internet.
Yeah, it'll
That'd be
do
like you have the power.
anything.
What's 1? What's 5? I guess Rick's would be 1 going clockwise then from Matt.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do it, Jim.
Sure.
Oh, I thought you.
I got it. Oh, there you go.
Fuck. All right. Some of these seem awful similar.
Yeah.
Blame someone for our failures.
I mean, it's real easy.
All right. Well, I think we should train and improve our skills then.
Sounds so sad. If you can think of something else that would be good. A lot of the challenges are like very specific, so I had trouble finding some good things.
Get the word out seems interesting, but nah, I think that's what's important. If I had to pick like prioritizing, I would train and improve our skills or learn to fight together as a team. But I feel like those are almost the same.
should probably merge those two, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of imagined them maybe as more individual and then group oriented.
That does
Okay.
make sense.
That's true. Training improves skills. Like you could do a little personal piece or whatever versus learn to fight together as a team.
Right. Or get coaching from someone.
Yeah. Let's do the skills one though. Sticking with it.
Okay. So then you have to say why it's difficult and why we need to do it.
Well, we need to do it so we don't die, but I feel like that's the answer for all of these, so
Yeah.
probably not. Well, we need to improve our skills. That's really the reason, so we don't die.
Okay. I mean, that's fine.
We're not really here to start a business, so we need to be good at
Well,
coding
not all
or
of you.
whatever.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. So we're gonna maximize profits, minimize losses. In this case, loss of life.
Okay.
And then what was the other one?
What makes
Why
it
is it
difficult?
hard?
Yeah.
Well, we're entirely out of our element because none of us are. I mean, the obvious example, Kubina, if she were to train and improve her dancing skills, if that's what she wants to do, she's not really in a good place to do that. But even other more practical skills like engineering or fighting and stuff. I mean, we're in a little compound right now.
hmm
So yeah, we could definitely have better facilities.
Okay.
I mean, we've been with each other long enough that I think we're not a hindrance to ourselves in that sense, but some people might get along better than others. He looks over his shoulder. We all know who's there.
He's just always there.
it's the universal phrase for
He's actually giving me a back rub with his creepy little arm.
Justin, you're looking a little tense. Can I help you out with that?
You get the little hand.
Oh.
Little hand. No.
I got
Okay.
3 strong hands, and I got this one little hand.
So we're training and improving our skills. So who do you think should be the first player?
I want to see what Ava has in store. She's got lots of skills, so we'll have her set the bar high.
I'm actually going to go with a bit of a cop out here, but well, yes and no. It's actually was more work than this, but literally, if you guys all go to the role play I wrote, that is exactly what this is about.
Please see Exhibit A. Why don't you read it to me right now?
God, that's way too much. But I mean, basically, I'll give the footnotes. So she essentially, it's frustrated. She knows that she used to have this power. She used to be able to wield magic. She used to be able to teleport. She used to be able to do all these different things. And as she's picked up more and more languages from her book, she's read more and more of these exploits, and it's grown in frustration more and more. I mean, like these things speak of defeating horrible monsters, and she almost got drop kicked by a tiny golem. Relatively tiny. So she spends a lot of time inner focused, basically an entire night dedicated to this, trying to unlock some magic potential, and she ends up actually doing it. She also accidentally punches a door to the ground because her spell that I picked, her level 1 spell, is supercharged weapon, and she supercharges her fist, so she does the whole Iron Fist thing now.
Oh, damn. That's a pretty good idea for a character.
So basically, that's how that goes, and she's incredibly embarrassed, but also incredibly excited So again, sorry for sort of copying out, but this is perfect.
All right. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean that's fine. Scenes can be just your character. Other characters may be present, so that works.
Hopefully, no one was underneath the door.
Hopefully not.
She was really worried about Cornelius.
Oh dear God! Oh God! It hurts.
All right.
Oh well, actually,
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. There is one other character that would be involved at the very end. She will immediately run over to Rex. Rex! I learned magic, and then that'll be the end of the scene.
Whoa, what?
All
She
right.
literally just runs by him.
Kuvina, then you're next.
Fist is smoking.
So we're training, huh?
hmm
Uh, I think Kuvina's gonna want to do some sparring with Ava and Peaches. And so she'll gather the two of them up in the gym and say, you know, the two of you are quite skilled in up close combat. I'm learning. I've spent quite a bit of time on Ning training, or on Triaxis in Ning training to do so, but I've not quite mastered it yet. Do you have any tips for how I could get better?
Of course, be happy to
Well,
help.
what seems to be your biggest challenge as of now?
I'm not particularly strong.
Okay. Well, do a lot of even lift, bro. Some lifting.
I can't really do much of that. It would harm my figure for dancing.
I see. I
Well,
see. Well, maybe I can make some adjustments to your armor to help bear more of the weight. That might help you, be a little bit stronger without having to use your actual physique.
also, there was a skill back in my day that used to be known as we used to call it weapon finesse, and we used more dexterity to attack,
Oh,
which is why I guess I'm a little strong, but I mostly am able to deliver strikes through quick, agile maneuvers, and I'd be
yeah,
happy.
yes. I mean, I can do similar things. I can move my ribbon quite quickly and quite well, but I find it difficult to inflict much harm with it on those of us that seek to harm us.
Well, we're here in the sparring room. Let's see what you got. Let's see if we can't help out with that.
Well, certainly. She starts doing some dancing with the battle ribbon. I don't want to. I don't want to hurt you. I don't really have a way to show off my skill with this without. But your armor should protect you, I guess.
Well,
That
don't be.
new armor that you have, Peaches, looks quite good.
Will definitely protect me from that ribbon. I promise. Then Peaches is completely for flavor, obviously, but she's gonna come over and like tinker with your armor a little bit and like, tighten some things and move things around a little bit and be like, how's that? Does that feel better?
I think that maybe that'll help. Yes, yes, thank you.
Do you since we're sparring, you think that this is kind of embarrassing, but you think you could teach me how to dance?
Oh, of course. What kind of dance would you like to learn?
Well, the only thing I really know is like,
You say square dancing.
I was gonna say like, when you go to a picnic and like there's just music and people are just like bouncing around a little bit. That's really all I can do. I can't really keep to a beat.
Well,
I don't know how you do it.
it takes a lot of practice. It's I it was a large part of my childhood. I was trained from very very young age. It's very competitive on my planet. You either learn or you don't survive.
I mean, yeah, like I remember because I was raised on tracks, and so I remember, going out and watching the dancers and just being in awe because as a pup, I couldn't really hear the music, know the beat. I just had to go on vibration. So now, of course, I can hear it with my upgraded technology, but at this point, I don't know how to follow the beat.
Oh yes, I didn't even think of that. I suppose that would be very difficult for you. Well, now that you can hear the beat, I'm sure it'll be much easier for you. Eva, you can uh, help too. I'm sure, right?
I used to know a little dancing back in my day.
Kind of dancing.
Oh, I'm sure it's super old timey now.
I mean, I'd still love to learn it.
I can try and teach you.
It's probably retro now.
The kids these days might be into that. But I would personally recommend learning from Kavina. Her dancing is quite beautiful. I was more of a talker than a dancer.
I think it might be out of my league, but I'm gonna try.
And Steam.
All right. Moving on to Cornelius.
Train and improve. This is kind of a weird one for him. I'm kind of okay. I want to test something out, so I think he's gonna, something new to him. So I think we'll rewind, essentially rewind a few minutes into the last scene, and Cornelius is in kind of pokes his head into the doorway of the gym area where they're all doing their sparring and dancing and working out and everything. And he's got a new infinite worlds ability. So basically he's going to he's not really sure how these things quite work yet. So just to kind of test it out, not hurt anybody, he's going to essentially have, and actually this is also a good opportunity for me to find out how best this is actually going to work. But now I can grant the concealment against a sense in an area. So I can basically take the area they're in and grant concealment against one sense: vision, emotion, scent, sound, thought, vibration. So if I'm reading this right, could Cornelius kind of poke his head in the corner of the door right there and basically make them blind to each other?
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's what he's going to do that. He's going to a little stealthy as much as, well, I guess he is. He's small and he's just putting his head in the doorway. Yeah, and he's going to cause this event in the area that the three of them are standing, where they all of a sudden they just can't see each other.
Oh, what the heck's going on?
Is it Grace again?
And he's just he walks into the room and he just kind of chuckles. He's like, "Whoa, no, you guys, it's me, it's Cornelius. You can't see each other. Is it right?"
Oh Lord.
Is that great?
No, there's no grays. I don't think there's any grays anyway. No, it was just me. I was just trying out some. I don't know. Just as time goes on, I've been figuring out these other things about what I can do, and I've never been able to do that. But I was messing with it, and I know I feel a little bad now for doing this to you guys. I should probably should have gone to somebody else. But
Can you fix
I
this?
thought I lost my into that. Like I couldn't hear, I couldn't see. What was I going to be good for?
And he can basically, I think you can drop it at any time. So he just lets it, drops it. And he's standing there and he's like got his arms up like, ta-da!
Well, that
Cornelius,
Pretty cool, right?
was a
Can
nice
you not
spell,
use
but
us to us anymore?
perhaps ask first because I was ready to, beat the crap out of a gray. That
I
said,
thought I had lost my second sense.
Cornelius, I learned some magic too. Oh, he left.
He's back.
That said, Cornelius, I learned some magic as well.
Now we'll never hear the end of that.
Never. Just keep going until Matt responds.
I mean, I feel like that was not very nice. The only sense I had left was my sense of smell, my sense of touch. I mean, what's going on? Did not appreciate that, Cornelius.
David gives Peaches a hug.
Okay.
Did you
What did
catch
he
it?
say? I didn't hear.
He chuckled.
Okay, am I back?
Oh, you're kind of a robot.
It's Robot Matt.
God damn
Oh
it.
no, Cornelius is a robot.
Maybe it's just more magic.
I've got something else.
Lord.
Oh god.
He's getting ripped into one of his other dimensions that he's always toying around with.
Am I back from the robot dimension
Nope.
yet?
Not even, no.
He's from the robot dimension.
So bad.
I vote we have Robo Cornelius.
There we go. Any better?
Better.
That's better.
Okay, cool. Good.
For now.
For
Right.
now.
It's weird.
Oh,
man.
wait.
Normally, it's the first time it's ever done that in the middle of a game.
Hey, Alec, what's the deal with calming someone down that has a token?
So
Because Ava would want to give Peaches a hug and try and if she's being obviously like not happy about this, like trying to be like, it's Cornelius, he means well.
So the idea for the tokens is that that person needs to do something to repair the relationship, or now Peaches can act selfishly without repercussions.
Okay, so another player can
Gotcha.
interfere on that. All right.
Right.
Got repercussions.
Well, all the same,
Limited repercussions.
all the same in our role play, she would still try and tell her it's Cornelius. That wasn't, make sure you ask next time, but he didn't mean harm. It's okay.
Oh no, I totally didn't mean any harm by it. I'm sorry, guys. It was definitely not my intention. And oh man, I feel really sad. I feel bad now. And he just kind of leaves. He's like,
All right, that sounds like it.
yeah.
Rix.
Just 1 second.
Mhm.
Okay. So even though I picked the skills thing, I'm actually going to address the other fight together as a team thing because I want to. So I'm gonna meet in like an open space with Ava and Peaches.
Okay.
All right. So when they're there, we're all gathered together. So I asked you guys to, make sure you bring your water source and, dress loose so you can move freely because we're going to be doing some exercises to help us improve in combat when we're fighting, I view the two of you as basically my offensive and defensive points of attack. So typically, Peaches, you hold down like a strong defense while Ava maneuvers around that central point and attacks the enemy. And so I want us to really acknowledge and focus on that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put you in the middle of the room, Peaches, and I want Ava and I are going to spar against each other, and I want you to try to interject yourself as much as possible and keep Ava as safe as possible while enabling her to attack me.
Not in our armor?
No, not in your armor. We'll just take baby steps. We'll get there.
It's out of the armor.
I don't want to actually die, so I'd prefer to not get rocket punched or whatever.
I mean, I was gonna go easy. I'm just saying.
Ava jumps through Peach's legs and over Rix's head.
I made a valiant effort.
You are clearly outmatched.
Yeah. That was my whole plan.
That's fun,
Okay.
though.
All right.
He's all for it.
So we can move on then to Pansy.
It's more about acknowledging their roles.
Yeah, I guess I would take. Who would be good for this situation?
Again, if you want to just do Pansy himself, that's the thing you can do.
I won't lie. That was kind of the first thought. Where I want to have a moment for myself. Where I'm like, come on, Pansy, come on. You know you're a better salesman than this. You haven't got anyone in your downstream in weeks. Weeks. You've got these people stuck to you. Their only way of staying alive is with you, and you can't sell them? Come on, Pansy. Come on, Pansy. You got this. You got this. You've sold way harder sales than this. All right. Today's another morning. I'm feeling strong. I'm going to do my quarter of a push-up, get my cardio going, and I'm going to win the day.
I was imagining in front of a mirror as well.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm just imagining him being Matthew McConaughey talking to Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, you got to pump those numbers up. It's a rookie numbers.
I was imagining like post shower, like in a towel to the mirror with a comb as his microphone.
Yeah. You're looking great. You're looking strong. I mean, you're like a couple weeks from death, but you got this.
All right. That was wonderful. Peaches. You were the last scene.
Peaches is going to summon the group to a common area and tell them that she has an announcement. And once everybody gets there, I'll say, now, no, I like to tinker. I'm always looking to improve my armor. You can see I got, this fancy new suit going on, which is going to be great in battle.
Well, are you saying you tinkle in the suit and you called us to a meeting to tell us that?
Tinker.
Oh.
Tinker.
Sorry. Lost in translation somewhere, I guess.
That's okay. Actually, the computer system I'm using is actually what I want to talk to you guys about. And so normally, like I had said previously, when Peaches talks verbally, it's a 3D hologram of her basically that pops up. Now all of a sudden you guys see it's not Peaches anymore. It's like a sort of pixelated face that you can't really make out with like a bunch of different colors. And it's the same voice, but it says, well, howdy, y'all. My name's Betty. I've been functioning as Peach's ears and her voice for years. This time that she has spent with a lot of you over the last few weeks, let's increase her knowledge and give me a little bit more independence. From now on, I'm still going to be helping Peaches translate when she needs to. I'm going to be taking a more active role in the group, so y'all might hear from me directly.
Do you have a Cortana now?
Yes.
Whoa, this is nuts.
More
What
like
in the
a
hot hell
more
is
like
this
a
about?
Jarvis.
Yeah, I don't feel safe in this situation.
Oh,
Now, Pansy,
jeez.
don't worry. It's just the artificial intelligence of my suit.
I think that's
It's
why he's
improved.
worried because it won't, can't con a AI.
So is the suit in charge? Who's in charge? I'm very confused.
So we're more symbiotic than that at this point because I need Betty to help me communicate, and Betty is here to help me out. She also has a little bit more independence because she's more than just a computer now.
How do I know that when you're saying something to me, it's not actually Betty saying what she wants to say and pretending it's you?
Well, because Betty has very specific computer programming subroutines. If she's going to talk to you, she has to identify herself.
But I mean, I only know that because you're saying it. But like, what if she was able to bypass, like, get root access to her own stuff
We
and
have
eliminate
telepathic.
that?
I am now telepathic. So if you ever are in doubt, you can talk without needing to speak.
Oh, so we don't even need Betty to translate.
Well, the issue comes when we're more than 30 feet apart or something like that because we can't do it further than that. But Betty can talk for me. I need her to.
Oh,
Or if for
geez.
some reason my mind circlet gets broken because who the heck knows what we're gonna face, Betty can still communicate for me. Or if I get knocked unconscious, she can ask for help because she's more independent now and doesn't need me to tell her what to say all the time.
Well, I think it's awesome. I remember I ran into a little computer friend of mine when I explored a ship in Numeria. She was awesome. We talked. She actually talked a lot like me, and then I talked a lot like her, and we went back and forth. And the rest of my party was not very.
That was her stealing your identity, man.
You don't think that? No, she was a very nice lady.
Oh goodness.
Anyway,
I,
with Peaches, good work.
I would like to walk up to Peaches, touch her, and form a mind link and ask her if you are safe, blink twice. If not, blink once. I will destroy your machine if necessary.
She'll blink the appropriate number of blinks. It's fine.
Okay, I will start destroying the machine.
It's very nice to meet you,
Basically,
too, Betty.
well, I feel like we already know each other, Ava.
Oh, yay! New friend.
Basically, what happened is that her skills are getting better, and so her computer skills have gotten so good that she has created an AI from her computer, from her remote hack or her remote rig. I mean,
It's pretty badass. So does this like function out of character, like as like a familiar?
well, it's still like within me, so it can't really do anything on its own yet.
It can assist her on certain skill checks, though.
Okay, but it's along that track.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a companion.
That is really cool.
That's crazy.
And
Oh.
Betty is BTE.
Yeah, I'd already given a lot of thought to what her computer name would be.
Okay.
BTE is the acronym for behind the ear hearing aids.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what does yours stand for?
That's what it stands for.
But Betty's not behind your ear, is she?
She started that way.
Oh, okay.
That's what I always called her. And now she's just Betty.
Cornelius kind of looks behind your ear. Hey, anybody?
All right. That was the last scene in the challenge. So, who is going to pick the next one?
Roll a d4.
Okay. So Pansy would be 1 this time since you started last time.
Sure.
Thank God.
At that point, yeah, we should have just started going clockwise.
So is that Kuvina? Because Ava... No, Ava didn't choose. So it
No,
would
that's
be...
Ava, yeah.
Yeah, Ava. So choose the last challenge.
Don't screw it up.
Well, it would be either raise morale or build bonds with one another, because that's what she cares about. We already kind of start building bonds, so I'm going to go with raise morale.
Cheerleading.
Okay. Why is it difficult, and why do we need to do this?
It's difficult because if Rick calls her a cheerleader again, she's going to break his face. No. It is
Professional cheer person.
God. Anyway, it is difficult because let's face it, they have been through a world of shit, and trying to remain positive is very difficult when there is. I know no one else picked this one, but she personally picked basically they're already suspects implicated thanks to this video. They are between two pet factions that are at the moment beyond them, and really they only have each other. So the second she fell into, and she was personally fell into despair, and it almost resulted in her death as she succumbed to rage. So they need to build morale.
Okay. Who would you like to set the first scene?
Me?
Who? Yeah.
Let's see here. Who?
So who do you think would take the lead for this problem?
Probably herself. But I will.
Oh, you cannot pick your own character.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I was laughing. Let's pass it to Kavina.
Hmm.
Okay, so second
Let's-
question.
and then I'll get.
First one to lead.
I mean, you're in charge when you're choosing the challenge, so Kavina doesn't have a choice.
Challenge chooser.
But how long do we want these scenes to take? Minutes, hours, days, weeks.
I figured this is
Oh, I forgot that part.
a long-term thing while everything else is going on.
Okay, so this is like days, possibly between the
Days.
other stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Kavina, what's up?
So I think a few days after last scene, we're gonna continue Peach's dancing lessons, and loop. I think we'll loop in Ava and also Cornelius again, and so how's the dancing been going? You've been doing pretty well in the practicing Peaches. Have you and Betty worked out any more in your own time? It's dancing is a great way to feel better about things. It certainly helped me.
Yeah, I mean, we've been working on a couple dance numbers actually. When I play it through my internal computer system, it's a little bit easier because I can feel the beat and hear it. So it helps me move a little bit better.
Oh yeah, that's always a good idea. We often do that professionally. We have little earpieces. You wouldn't believe how hard it is to hear what the music is on stage.
Oh wow, y'all have Betty's, huh?
Not quite as impressive as Betty's, but an earpiece at least.
That's so cool. I had no idea.
Yeah. What do you do to cheer yourself up, Cornelius?
Well, to be quite honest with you, a lot of times, I don't get too sad often. But when I do, usually if I take a nap, I feel a lot better afterwards. I usually don't, really remember a whole lot of what was bothering me, which I guess is sort of problematic. But
I do like a good cat nap too.
that's true. That's true.
Uh,
Peaches, what do you do? What else do you do? He's like, it's like just trying to do anything again to like engage right now.
Peaches, you're
Well,
come along though.
what was that?
I was just saying she would compliment, saying your moves have really come along.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sweet move.
normally when I'm feeling down, I would talk to my brother, but I don't know where he is, so sometimes
Now she's
now
sad because you brought up her missing brother. Good job.
Oh, geez. well, well, for example, what if what if somebody, somebody you really know and like, was, did something kind of stupid and, unintentionally made his friend feel bad? Like, what would you do in that kind of? For example, what would you do in that? Just as an example, random example, what would you do in that
Yeah,
situation?
sometimes I feel like the best apology is served with a warm baked good, like an apple pie.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay.
just make sure you don't get any help from Pansy when you're baking.
Oh, that's true. God knows what's some kind of dookie in there.
We made it almost this whole session without Dookie.
It was so close.
Almost. No, I was only gonna make sure that got it. Oh, well, I guess that's true. I guess pie does make everybody feel better. I don't know
And it's
where
real comforting, Glass of pie, a scoop of ice cream, and good conversation. I'll put anybody in a good mood.
Cornelius is kind of looking down. He's well, yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. And he turns around like while he's still like mumbling a little bit. He's like, God, where am I gonna find a pie? As he leaves the room.
I think that's
I'm sure we can make something.
it's a good end to it.
Perfect. All right, Cornelius.
So I need to pick catalog.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what are you doing to build morale? Who is
Oh,
there?
is that where we are? Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. In this case, I just want Ava in this. Just Cornelius and Ava. And timeline right after we kind of walked out of that, and I'm like, Ava, I know we're not gonna be successful, and I'm not gonna feel good unless Peaches isn't upset with me, and I really don't think I'm gonna find a pie anywhere around here. I mean, and so what should we do? I mean, it seems like most people are doing all right. I just
Let's do something nice for her. Do something that like is unexpected. Not in the bad, not like that way you did before. Do like write a note, or maybe I don't know what aside from casting spells, what other kind of skills do you have? Like, can you paint? Can you do anything along those lines?
well, I mean, not really, but it's just so true. Oh, that's so perfect. Unintentionally perfect.
I'm
Wow.
dying over here. This is great.
That's tremendous. That couldn't have worked out better. Well, I guess. I mean, I like to write. I can write a little something. Say how great she is, and get some. Maybe I'll find a way to work pie into the poem somehow. I guess.
Well, I know that writing really helps me out. I've started a new journal, and it's really kind of helped me cope with everything. Yeah, I think that'd be great. And then maybe we can go and find some of those rations and out around here, and maybe we can make something. Doesn't have to be good.
That's true.
count.
It's a thought that counts. Yeah, he's already got a folder full of apology letters. It's like scraps of paper all over. Yeah, he's really just like that. That couldn't have worked out any funnier. Yeah, that's really all I was trying to get at.
Oh, perfect. I love it. All right, Riggs.
Man, gosh, golly.
What does Riggs, the bastion of team spirit and morale, want to do to build morale?
The whole group together to do burpees.
Yeah, I was about to say, two,
I was
two a days.
I was thinking we could do 3v3 volleyball.
Hell yeah.
I have no idea.
No.
No idea how we'd act that out as a scene.
At least set up the
who's
team.
the team?
That'd be hilarious. Yeah.
But since I'm in control of the narrative, I'm gonna win. Well, it has to be me, Ava, and Cornelius versus the other three, obviously. And I think that's a pretty fair balance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Cornelius is the setter.
Probably the libero.
Right.
The libero. Yeah. That's awesome.
Cornelius,
Ava with her like Iron Fist situation now, or Peaches just destroying a volleyball. Like
Just
every time it goes to them, they just absolutely wreck it.
just meets the parents.
all right,
someone-
let's get all them athletics rolls out there.
Oh, this won't go badly at all.
Yeah, right. Oh my god, I got a fucking negative.
Yeah, me too.
Chose wisely.
Right.
Well, let's see. I think it's actually pretty
Pretty-
close.
yeah.
What are the totals?
Yeah, 'cause Cornelius got a 3.
Yeah. So we're 51. What did they get?
Real close.
11, 19, and 18.
48. Wow, 48 to 51.
Wow, that really was.
Okay, probably had to go back and forth on match point there a few times.
Yeah.
So I would say that's a successful team building.
Yeah. There's a sweet montage of all of you playing.
Ooh, wait, can Ava and Rick master the high five, the top bottom one?
Let's see the top gun. I don't know. Let's see if we can.
Acrobatics. So-
God.
Shit, that's funny.
Nope.
Oh no.
That's the DC for a top-down high five.
It's more than that.
that
It's more.
she
than
just
that.
misses the opening high five
I
with
think
the
you
bat
just
one.
slap him in the face.
Oh, you gotta remember that we're different heights. Oh,
One. Yeah,
we'll get there.
probably wouldn't have been good for team building if it was like we rolled a 70 and the other team rolled a 20.
Right.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Fucking
And now we're gonna do trust balls. And reflex saves.
perfect.
Boy Scout camp all over again.
Right.
I was getting ready for the morale building. All right, now let's pick gym class. Good times.
All right, that's all I got, man.
All right.
Oh, man. Just
Pansy, what you want?
oh, damn it. Well, I guess as we're trying to really build team spirit here and increase morale, I would like to get everyone in one of the conference rooms
Oh God.
back on the base. And I feel that the time period of this is weeks and months. And
Jesus Christ.
I feel since I have the ability to create vitamins that sustains everybody for 24 hours, I can lock the door.
Oh God.
That's not how that works.
And I really want to spend this time.
You lock the
telling
door.
everyone-
The roleplay scene is going to turn into the PvP scene.
Well, look, I want everyone to know that you all have a very unique set of skills, and I want to help harness those skills into a wonderful business for each and everyone. So that's really when I spend the next 4 to 6 weeks through this class, really like emphasize everyone's skill set and really sharpen it so that they can retire and be their own bosses.
What skill sets is it you think we
Cornelius, he talks real good. Rix, you are really good at the burpees.
have?
Pete, so that's a
not.
skill set. Kervina, she dances real good. Up in
And so for
in
4 to
Space
6
Canada,
weeks,
that's
you are going to instruct all of us in how to be better at all of these skills.
yeah, I want to really help you understand your skills so you can harness them to the fullest. That seems quite clear.
Wouldn't you need to know something about those skills to help us with them?
It's not really, as a manager, it's not really, you have to have every
You're
skill.
so good at this, I
It's
feel
really
better
you have
already.
to harness everyone else's skill.
Yeah, this has actually been so informative. I feel like I've done 6 weeks of training with you in this 20-minute session. And so I don't even feel the need to come back. I feel like I've
Well,
peaked.
We need a
I feel
perception
you.
check for you, Pansy.
What was that?
Unfortunately, I said we need the check you're really good at.
Yeah, we both have copy.
I have some really good skills. But I think, Rix, if you feel you've really gained these skills, you would make a great associate professor. So I want you to help everyone else really sharpen.
As I've grown in this understanding of my own skills, I actually understand that that's not a skill that I would excel at. And so I'm going to choose to devote my energy better elsewhere because that's what you've taught me to do in this class.
And that's really what we're here for, is the learning. That would really be my scene, because I feel,
Yeah, Rick's is done. He leaves.
Okay. Before you go, Pansy, give us a perception check.
perception.
Yeah.
Here comes the 40 or whatever.
2 of
he
your
rolls.
students snuck out.
It's
Yes, I got
terrible.
away.
Oh,
So Ava slips out while you're talking to Rix, but you notice Kuvina trying to get up and her chair squeaks.
Kavina, it seems like you need some extra attention. I'll come over there and help tutor you personally. That's the
Toodle.
word, right? Toodle.
that's quite all right. It looks like Ava's missing. I should go check on her and see if she's
You
okay.
perception check too, sir. Don't you cheat.
Oh, Ava is
I mean, she
totally still
definitely
here.
noticed that you're not here. Hey, I left the food in the oven. Bye.
We need to break
Did
out
you-
into study sessions.
God.
Jeez. Did you say a food in the oven?
Food.
Yeah.
I left a food
Perfect.
in the oven.
In the culinary synthesizer, there's
Oh,
Yep.
don't worry. I'll make a food for you right now.
Oh god.
He's already gone.
Oh God, no, thank you.
and double scene.
Right.
I'll make a food.
Okay. All right.
got-
Last
I
up.
got
I will
food,
make
right?
something that is debatably edible.
Last up then would be Peaches.
It wasn't Ava would be last.
Yeah, I'm less.
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry, I forgot that started.
Yeah, she wasn't allowed to start with herself.
I think if we're trying to build morale, there's obviously tension between Pansy and Cornelius. So I want the two of them and probably Ava, because she's good at helping people get along. I
This is
imagine
gonna
we'll
be
do
a
this
weird
over.
triangle.
What?
This will be a great triangle, because Cornelius is mad at me. You're mad at Cornelius. This is like a weird, like, lock the door situation.
Yeah. I imagine like we're doing this over like a meal time break, and Dina and Rix have better things to do. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're sitting down together, and I'm like, I think we have a. I've noticed some tension, and I think we got to work through it.
Thank you for bringing this to my attention. I will bring out some oils and start rubbing my hands together.
It's
Tension.
not that kind of tension, Pansy. Not the kind oils can fix.
Oils fix everything.
Yeah. What's your bluff check? I don't believe you.
Guys, just think about everything that we've been through. And I mean, it hasn't been perfect, but I mean, we've been there for each other the whole time, and I mean, there were ample opportunities for us to try just disintegrate and not and fall apart, but we always were there for each other. And I mean, Cornelius has helped you, and Pansy's helped me, and all three of us really. And Peaches, you constantly are taking literal hits for the rest of us. I mean, this is a great team, guys. I don't know where I'd be without you. Like, she starts like tearing up.
Well, I don't know where I'd be without my eyesight.
Yes. Let's all not forget our eyesight.
Yeah.
All too often it gets overlooked, you could say.
Rick, I didn't know you were here. I didn't see you. I guess I'm still not having my eyesight all the way back to normal.
Yeah. Well, you know what they say where I come from. If there's things you can't say in words, you settle it with your fists and you get over it. So chat
They
with
have-
me.
People where you come from have fists.
Yeah, I got 4. Well, 3 of them now.
I don't know, Pansy, what you did to Cornelius. I think you put him in a bad mood, and maybe that's why he was feeling like he needed to lash out.
Pansy, you can kind of come off a little strong at times.
In the smell department.
She like yells into her like, Rick, shut up. You appointed me counselor.
I love the idea that comms around the entire time. It's just like super awkward for everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, I guarantee you she has forgotten to turn off her comms regularly. But anyway, I mean, yeah, let's work it all out, guys. Just talk about it.
Well, Peaches, I said sorry before, and I really am so very, very sorry. Ava and I, we tried to make a pie. Trust me, you did not. You did not want any part of this pie. This pie was, oh man, it was real bad.
No, what materials were.
What kind of pie was it?
Well, there were things that I don't even know what ended up in.
They accidentally made an apple pie instead of an apple pie.
You could just walk up to the synthesizer and type in that you wanted a pie, right?
What?
To the what now?
The what?
Yeah, I mean, we have synthesizers on I mean, this is a new ship, so maybe you didn't know. I've been acquainting myself with it, and we have synthesizers that'll make a pie for you.
You guys have synthesizers and we haven't started a band yet?
It's true. Devo.
God.
Devo.
Synthesizers.
Oh, jeez.
But Peaches, well, now that I know that, I will definitely get us a real pie. But
This came from his heart and soul, not just a synthesizer.
But I wrote you
Hey,
a
man,
haiku.
From the heart.
I wrote you a haiku. If you'd be so kind as to let me tell it to you, and it comes from the heart, and it's way better than the pie that we were making. Haikus are 575, right? Just making sure.
Yes.
575
Okay,
what?
cool. Just making sure. Peaches is my friend. Friendship is so important. Better than a pie.
Ava, Ava starts applauding wildly.
He takes a little bow.
That's amazing.
Earned it.
Holy shit.
Yeah, there it is. There goes the token.
That was mighty sweet, Cornelius. I know you didn't mean no harm by it, and you know, it's been rough, lately, and I appreciate it.
Well, if you know, if we can, if you would take me in there, I cannot stop thinking about pie. And if you would, so if we could actually get some real pie, that'd be great.
Well, I mean, I'd be delighted, but do you want to tell Pansy what he did? Do you want to show him on the doll, or oh, y'all should probably air this grievance out too.
Is it the next day? Like, or how far
Sure.
into the Cornelius has no idea why he's upset about
Imagine we like had our pie, and then I was like, "Yeah, you should probably talk to him," and you're like, "What?"
what?
Well,
about what?
Token removed by default.
Exactly.
While they're eating the pie, could I have just like pulled out that page? Like no one needs to know.
He pulled a page out of his journal.
You guys could edit Cornelius's
I
memories
mean,
like that.
he does have the best perception here. He probably is very well aware of it.
That is
Mhm.
And the highest wisdom as well. So yeah.
Well, my wisdom is stupid at this point. It's borderline offensive.
Is that
It
it?
wasn't. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Ava, bring it on home.
So this will be everyone and just her, basically. So she will take sort of her own advice, and she knows that there's a lot going on and a lot of stress and everything. And one of the things that helps her out is doing nice things for other people. So in the evening, when everyone's asleep, she will slip, or at least try to slip, depending on how these doors work. But probably end up like taping the note to the door for everyone, and it will just be a handwritten note to everyone in the party individually that basically thanks them what they've done for her. It will talk about more. It's basically so even though she had these notes she brought up in that meeting with the captain, it'll be more in depth about what they've done and how important they've been to the success and just how thankful she is for all of them.
Cornelius put up over
They
his
can
phone.
react how they react, but
Yeah.
she'll be not there, obviously.
Cornelius puts it up like next to his bunk. So, he looks at something nice about himself when he wakes up.
Whoever this letter's about's a real great person.
Once again, today I'm going to try to find this guy and make him my friend.
At the at the bottom of Rix's, it will say, "Yes, Rix, this is talking about you."
Yeah, Rick's is gonna place it away with all of his most treasured possessions in his memory box.
That is adorable.
Teachers will have Betty store it in the computer archives and burn the physical evidence.
Yep.
No one needs to
How
know.
do
No one needs
Vina
to
and
know that.
react?
Kavina's happy to read it. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say Pansy is pleasantly confused on why the Ava lady is interested in him in a romantic way. Wasn't really blamed for it either.
Oh, God.
I really didn't mean to mislead her like that.
Oh God.
Grab a token.
Oh God.
That's it.
All right.
What a beautiful finish.
It was wonderful. So we'll call that the end of the challenge. Um,
This game is good.
you guys have a
Yeah.
solid idea here. You have successfully chosen a captain. You have worked together to train and improve your skills and increase the morale of everyone on the team. I'd say that's pretty successful.
Hmm.
So typically, this game works at the end of each of the challenges. The players draw a number of colored tokens. Red if you um, think that the challenge did not go the way you wanted. 2 if you actively want it to fail. White if you think it was 2 white if you think it succeeded. And you decide for each challenge if you succeeded. And then at the end, for every challenge that you succeeded, you put a white token into a bag, and the ones you failed, you put a red, and then you put a number of them in the bag and draw a token out, and that decides how the overall quest would complete.
Hmm.
Pretty cool game. I listened to it on a podcast before. I thought it would be fun to work in.
Yeah.
So you
That
can
really
mail
was
it
cool.
to
That's
guys.
super neat.
Very good little enabler.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it fit
Mhm.
just the way it worked.
It would
So,
be. It might be more challenging. I mean, I really like the way we did it here, and I think it works in well with existing characters. I don't know how. Like, it would be
That's
hard to
what I was thinking at one point, like, how would you do this not?
Yeah, it would be really hard to like build a character or like build basically motivations.
so the quest that I made for us, I cut out the character section since we already had characters. But each of the different quests has set of sample characters.
Oh, they're canned characters. Okay.
Yeah, so they're just
Oh, okay.
concepts. So, for
Gotcha.
example,
Okay, cool.
with the bomb, where you're working to develop a super weapon, you can have a renowned scientist, a foreign scientist, a personnel officer, and so on. And each of them
cool.
has like 12 different characters that you can make. And each person has 2 characters, a major and then a minor character. And if you fail, if you get like a mixed success, you might lose a character or you might have some kind of consequence. But if you fail the challenge, someone is going to die.
I'll be honest. I
So-
think this would be a great way to start a campaign, where like it's basically building backstory before the real game.
Well, the one that Matt has, Microscope, I think is better for that because I believe that one lets you set up like a world as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Timelines and all kinds. It's wild. Yeah.
Just circling back to this, I mean, is there anyone that thinks that this was not a success across the board? I'm curious. I'm actually curious.
I mean,
I mean, Pansy's not the
Overall?
captain, so I'm a little bit.
yeah, so this was awful.
Yeah, I
Other
mean,
2 votes out of
the-
curiosity.
At least the power behind the power.
mhm.
No.
The other quests are more like there's a clear yes we succeeded or no we didn't. So like the the one that I took a lot of this from was called The Booty. The treasure galleon Glorioso sails for Spain from the West Indies, swollen with gold and spices. We're pirates determined to take her booty for our own. So then you're trying to decide how you get to the ship, get everything, and get away. So obviously in that case, if you fail, you're fucking dead, right?
Right.
But in this, you need to get on the ship and leave. So whatever. I just thought the style of the game would fit for this point.
Yeah.
No, this was awesome. Like I said, I loved it.
Yeah.
Glad you
I
enjoyed
also
it.
found it incredibly interesting, especially on like the first question.
Mhm.
More or less, everyone chose a different like reason why they're here.
Yeah.
Like, that was really fascinating.
I thought that was great too. It's a big change from the group that I'm playing Threefold with, who doesn't do any role play, and I think they would die if we did this. The most roleplay we've had so far, I joined them at the end of book 2, and the only like thing I know about their characters is that they really hated the doctor. That was
God,
it.
what's this hate towards the medical profession?
I don't know, right? Something crazy.
I will
Something about when they're
say,
unethical, it just pisses people off. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say like, and this isn't even like me being me or me trying to be Ava. It's becoming increasingly more and more difficult to try and select hero points because everyone is role playing so well with their
Mhm.
characters at this
Mhm.
point.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I think that Cornelius should get one because he wrote a haiku.
Cornelius, 100% deserves at least one.
That was
Um,
real. Like for
as,
real.
for that.
as annoying as Pansy is in character, Kevin's nailing playing that annoying character, and I think he deserves one also.
That's so true.
I would give Pansy one, but he's already capped out because he never fucking uses them, but he
Well,
just keeps making them.
I rolled great all the time, except for when we're in combat. So that's
And I think everyone who won the volleyball match should get one.
Wait a second.
So, yes, I'm giving one to Cornelius for the haiku, of course, but also the whatever the fuck it was that you said, Jack, about Peaches talking about losing her vision killed me. So I'm giving you one also.
I feel like I had a lot of good moments that I would have deserved one more than my shitty pun.
Yeah, well, that's what did it.
But I'll take it.
yeah, never award people for puns. Just don't do them. Never do them.
So do you want to do a little montage setting off here to wrap things up?
Yeah.
Just roll the tape.
What did you say, Jack?
Roll the tape.
Roll the tape, sure. So having set all of these plans in motion, you all climb into your spaces aboard the bridge of your new ship, which is Axiom? Question mark. The Axiom. It's still a work in progress. We're figuring it out.
I think Axiom question mark is perfect.
I think it's perfect. Yeah. Axiom
Okay.
question mark.
Axiom Prime.
Rick's. Are you more of a sitting captain? Are you standing awkwardly behind everyone?
Anybody who has seen me GM knows I stand.
It's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. So I assume you activate your mag boots and just stand there in front of your chair.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you take off. The
What,
massive. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, what actual like where is everyone on the ship? Like what station does everyone just like where? Let's try to get like the visual there. Like,
You can go back to the ship.
well, and I'm more like thinking like, so Peaches is an engineer, and I'm sure she's Scotty. Or Jordy, depending on which one you go with. What Kuvina's in the gunner seat, I believe, typically.
Yep.
So like who's the science officer?
So I usually do the science stuff because I have really good computers, but my my diplomacy and intimidate are actually the same as my computers.
Yeah, I was about to say, so you're the captain as well.
So I could actually do the captain role, but I don't know.
Well,
it's just like Cornelius or Kuvina might have better social skills than me. I don't know.
Right, and I think this, like, we were talking about this in another game, Jack, actually, where, like, the captain role doesn't necessarily have to be that idea of the person sitting in the thing. It can be the one being, like doing all the encouraging stuff and all that kind of stuff, which does jive with it. Definitely, partly I'm making a case for it because it's really the only thing.
So can we get our tokens real quick? I just want to kind of put everyone like I was curious like what the visual looks like.
Yeah, 1 second.
Yeah, he's doing his intro for the TV show. He's got a.
Right.
I would be in the medical lab trying to find a way to turn all these vitamins I can make every day into some sort of magical potion.
I'm missing someone. And to increase the expiration date.
Well, they last for 24 hours, so I wonder if I could turn like 7 of them into one that lasts for like a week. I mean, I'm not very smart, but I'm trying to.
In the middle of battle, you're just gonna give us your random vitamins.
There you go.
I took a
I already
spell
put
just
myself
so
in a
you guys
captain's
can have
chair.
a healthy vitamin.
Matt, what role do you usually actually do when we're in Starship Combat?
Oh man, what? I don't even know. I think he was.
There is a magic officer now.
You've only literally had one ship combat fight,
Yeah,
so
Oh yeah,
I think he was captain, wasn't he?
I feel like that's what you did. Like, what's your like diplomacy and intimidate?
My diplomacy is a 19.
Yeah, that's way better than mine.
Yeah, my intimidate's a 12.
That's the same as mine. Yeah.
Yeah. I've always been the mystic officer. My wisdom's a 23 now.
So there you go, Alec. Now you can do the TV show intro as Jack said.
all right. So, and all of you in your positions, you open the hangar doors and fire up the engines and take off. As you accelerate past the open doors and out of the station, someone possibly taking a glimpse at the exterior cameras will notice those two androids that you encountered have just arrived at the door to the station and look up at the departing ship longingly and just kind of shake their fists at you. As your ship clears the atmosphere, we fade to black on you guys. And we go back to the jail cell in the station, and the Reptoid hybrid is like, is it okay if I come out now?
Oh God, I forgot about that person.
That's amazing.
I didn't. And we
So you
fade to
lost
black
the
on him as well.
Oh my goodness, we didn't leave them there.
And then what's our double stinger?
Alec, it doesn't count when there's something that's 3 weeks behind us, and after a massive roleplay session, yes, we will take the people we promised to take with us.
Too late, they're
Now they're
dead.
Yeah.
Too late.
Dead.
And we open back up as the camera rises and follows someone entering a room. This is a small, gray-skinned humanoid. And they approach another one who is more stylishly dressed. He's standing with his back to the door, looking at a panel. And on the panel, the audience would see each of your faces and video feed of
You're watching the intro to the TV show.
Tirkalis base explode. And they start speaking to each other in this harsh language that you've come to know as Aklo. And one of them says, Mysteriarch, have you heard the reports? Yes, I have. You can see it here for yourself on the screen. They're doing far better than I expected they would. I wonder how they're going to fare against Faction Gamma, though. I don't know if they have what it takes. And then we fade out.
As long as they have mine, we'll be fine. That was sweet.
Yeah.
Man.
And then when's the reset? All right. So next time when we start, I expect there to be theme music.
I mean, you are the audio engineer. It's up to you.
Yeah.
But I actually have written theme songs for some of my friends' stuff before.
Well, we're
Joe
waiting.
I'm just expecting that for all this to be like Galaxy Quest. It's a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, there was a
The
viewer
Daring
watching.
Peaches, played by Amber. The Conniving Pansy, played by Kevin. The Lustrous Corvina.
Oh shit!
I think it needs it's going to need a theremin regardless.
Yep, for sure.
I don't have a theremin. Let's see.
Or you just need somebody making the sound of a theremin, which is even funnier.
Yeah.
Have somebody going.
Yeah, we couldn't afford a theremin, so we have a
Right,
fake guy.
exactly.
We got to play a theremin.
The question is, though, is that if it's a cheesy 60s sci-fi show, is Pansy wearing the low-cut shirt?
Oh, you know I got that short skirt. I got all these legs to show off.
You can
He's
buy
definitely wearing the
Theremin
juicy
plugins
shorts.
for like $20.
Mm.
Oh man, that shit's funny. Oh, yeah, this game is good.
It was amazing. Are we back Saturday, or you guys got another weekend thing you're doing?
Saturday's good for me.
Saturday's good for me.
Same. My
Sounds like a
weekend is
plan.
going to be sleep and alcohol. That's my plans currently for the weekend.
Oh, thanks for putting this together. This was great today.
Yeah, it's a lot
No
of work.
problem.
It was totally worth it.
Yeah, like, I really do appreciate this.
Before all you guys check out, make sure to fill in the money you spent so he can consolidate it.
Is it a theremin in the
Yeah, it's
background?
Jack.
It is.
I'm listening to samples from this plugin. It's only like $10, so I might get it.
Perfect.
Alec, I do got to ask.
Uh-huh.
My character sheet and my hero lab are not syncing up on the staminas.
Uh-huh.
I should be according to hero lab at a 56 staminas. So I am not sure what I may or may not have done wrong.
That's way too many.
Probably too
I
many.
have a lot
Yeah.
of stamina.
Probably lower it to like 5.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
this boy has a lot of mental wherewithal.
You said you have 56 on Hero Lab?
Yes.
Mm.
Everything else is right. Hit points are right at 45. Resolve points at 11. But for some reason, the staminas are incorrect.
That's weird.
And I can't wait to rock people's minds now.
Oh, that actually is more stamina than I have.
I only have 49.
Yeah.
There's a reason I would jump in the fray and get beaten up by golems for y'all's.
It's true.
This butterfly man can take a punch. Mentally, not physically.
Right. Yeah. I don't know at the moment. I will take a look at it and see what I can figure out.
Much appreciated. I mean, odds are it won't make a difference, but I may have made some sort of mistake.
Sure. We'll see. Yeah, thanks for playing along, everyone. This was about as great as I expected it would be. So
awesome.
Yes, most excellent.
I know I rave over it every time, but great work, dude. Every time.
Yeah.
Give that guy a hero point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use it against us.
Wait, yeah.
He's going to use it against.
All right.
Screw that guy. No hero point.
Betrayal.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
I'm fine with Alec having hero points for great running. If all